Hello viewers, and welcome back to Age of Wonders Planetfall, where, while Claudius Proton was out on his heroic deeds, the treacherous Sectozato has invaded the capital with his infinite armies, swift as the wind. Listen, I'm not saying that they're definitely cheating, but there's I'll say there's a 30% chance that Secto had to resort to downloading some hacks off the Pirate Bay because he knew we were going to win and he couldn't stand it. So we're gonna have to go over there and fix it. You know, it's like something out of a Greek tragedy. Do you remember when Helen of Troy Khaza'd all of those trainers? It's the same as that, basically. So we're just gonna, I wonder who's old enough to know what Khaza is. We're just gonna have to march our armies over there and fix it. Real talk, there's a pretty good chance we're gonna die here. There's a pretty good chance that I have lost the game, but this has been a good experience. Like, it's important when you're learning a new game to get a good sense of what you can get away with, what is safe to do and what is not safe to do, and we are definitely learning that here today. Well, I guess we learned it last episode, but we're continuing to deal with the consequences of learning it here today. Also, I have to say, I am a little terrified of what's going to happen with all this nonsense, because these guys are spawning like crazy and their armies are ridiculously powerful. I can't just, like, there's no button that dismisses all of those notifications at the same time, huh? Okay. So we're priming up an emergency redeploy to allow us to jump an army somewhere we know not. We can't launch an energy siphon because everybody in the world is better at defending themselves from covert attacks than we are at making covert attacks. We could Void Storm, though. We could drop a Void Storm in a place that would be really annoying. The thing is, it's tricky, because it'll do damage to the units in the sector, but if we don't then take advantage of that almost immediately, they're just going to heal the damage off, right? Like, it's not an amount that is large enough that it's going to be a serious problem. So we need to maybe time that a little bit more carefully. Mostly what we need to do this turn is, let's see, we already have research going on. We can't afford this guy. You know what? You buzz off. We'll talk to the next applicant. Maybe he'll be timed a little bit better. So I think we want to not go after these dudes anymore. It's like we have too many other things going on. But unfortunately, we are not really in a good place to defend Skypiercer Peaks anymore. There's like a pretty good chance, I think, that it gets destroyed by Psychic Fish. We made too many enemies, is what happened here. Alright, our captured capital definitely needs to make sure that it's generating defensive structures. Sure, even more powerful military units. Do it. Oh, we're hemorrhaging energy. Never mind. Why don't you just stay on energy generation, because that will keep us from suffering. Okay. And we got our Cosmite research centers and stuff. I'm going to let these two cities finish their towers. I think it's pretty obvious why I would want to do that in this situation. Our emergency redeploy is ready. I don't know necessarily that we'll use it. You know what? I'm not going to... I am going to manual combat. Again, just trying to make sure that we actually kill something. My suspicion is that if we hit auto-resolve here, we would do no damage at all based on the auto-resolve results that we've seen. But playing it myself, I might be able to focus up and kill one enemy thing. Although I will say that their melee units over here have a tremendous amount of health. These Transcendents also have a tremendous amount of health. I guess let's bear left. It's a little terrifying. We're certainly going to get shot to pieces approaching them. But this is, like, we're way more likely to be able to potentially get kills over here. You know what, running that guy forward that far has probably just gotten him killed. It's probably just me being used to the way movement works in other games, but both as attacker and defender, the way cover is spaced and the amount that units can move and stuff, just, it always feels bad to me. I'm sure this. I'm still in my adjustment period here, getting used to this particular game. I'm sure that's all it is. These guys are. I assume this is a leap, right? No, it is not. Although they do have a 5-tile, very high damage spit attack. I'm gonna run up to here, I think. And I am not afraid to spend some, Wow, great shooting there, dudes. That guy is bigger than the truck that you're hiding behind. He's 100% completely in the open. You couldn't figure any of that out? And cover is meaningless. It really does, it does feel like their units very rarely miss. We haven't spent a lot of time looking at their actual stats, but these guys are probably like prime level, right? And I'm assuming they must also have mods on them that improve their accuracy. Alright, let's see if we can kill one thing. Let's actually have a look at these dudes. So they have +2 resistance to status effects, immune to negative morale and mind control, also 5 extra health. So it looks like, no, they're not even prime. They are totally base units with +5% accuracy. They just never ever miss, that's all. Is this a real unit? It's not, right? This unit was spawned by something. Like, removing this unit from that army is not going to do anything? No. And of course it goes without saying, my units are not allowed to have their action points. We can step out of the garbage and just shoot at this guy. How much health does he have? 51. We're probably not going to be able to get enough damage done. Well, probably not this turn. Maybe we can take him out, though. He's definitely dangerous. 50%. It's always long range. Alright, there's an absorb pain. I think one thing that does bug me a little bit is that the all of the animations are so slow that you're very compelled to press those speed up the animation buttons, but then also all of the animations are so indistinct and not flashy that if you speed up the animations, it's really easy to miss stuff. So this construct can't do anything at all. We could come over here and definitely not hit with our shotgun. Right, we're seeing red chance to hit. He's one space too far away to get melee attacked. Hey, to be perfectly honest, with this dude, shooting the engulfer was the best chance we had for dealing any meaningful damage to that guy. So I don't feel too bad about that. Here, we might actually want to do the same thing, is what I'm thinking. Because we can run this guy up to this position. He has good cover against them, it won't matter, they will absolutely kill him no matter what we do with him. But it gives him a good chance to get a clean shotgun shot off, which will hopefully do some meaningful damage to the guy who absorbs pain. But we're not going to be able to actually hit him, most likely. Just trying to figure out if there's any universe. So we can... He has 42 health left. We can, of course, drop a vortex bomb on him. Just trying to figure out if we can get it, if we can get the rest of the damage in somehow. I think the answer is no. Like, we can just have these guys run forward. I can try to route around. Yeah, we can run forward out to, like, here. Go around the big area of effect. And then with this guy... I don't know, man. This guy's not going to be able to contribute any meaningful damage at all. We can run this way with the intent of resurrecting somebody to have them do some damage. I guess that's the move. And we'll just take a pot shot at this dude to see if we can't stack some more damage up over here. And then the Transcendents are biological, right? They do bleed. Yeah. So I'm debating whether it makes more sense to Vortex Charge them or Shredder Bomb. We could also Phase Echo at one of our units, I suppose. I'm not sure that I think it will do more damage to do that, though. Let's see if we can get him bleeding. There's a really good chance of inflicting bleed. Nope. He is the only one who resisted the bleed. But he's down to 27 now. Okay, psionic mending, of course. Part of this game too is about learning the units. Like there's going to be a couple of games here at the beginning where we're just learning the capabilities of the units. How flashy the animations are and stuff will stop mattering as we just increase familiarity. Okay, well at this point, all those ones over there are all healed up, so we may as well just have at this dude. We can kill him. We're going to get a kill. Which, again, is better than the auto-resolver would have done for us. Right, we shotgun him and then we finish it off with a tactical operation. And in this case, it's definitely just the cheap one. Okay, we have outperformed the auto-resolve considerably. Because I'm sure they all would have been at full health. And again, that's just based on the fact that we have won auto-resolves with similar strength disparities and had them turn out to be nobody took any damage victories. Alright, so I think we just need to have any unit of ours touch this and it becomes mine again. Alright, the Psyfish are of course going to choose this moment to attack us. And we're not going to be able to do anything about it. Only militia power 490. Debating turning one of the armies around. I mean, it would be the flying army, right? Because they're the only ones who can get down there. I wish there was a way for us to rent the armies off the Autonom. I don't think there is. Our relationship was reset with them, right? So even if there was... Oh no, hold on. We're totally at integration level. We just don't have any favor built up. I think I've been misunderstanding how favor translates into relationship. Okay, so what can we do? Nothing. We can do nothing. I mean, I could buy a golem from them or something. I don't know where it would appear. It might be a good idea, though. Yeah, so I had been thinking of favor and diplomatic state as being the same thing. So when our favor level got reset, I thought our whole diplomatic relationship had gotten reset because of the fact that we declined like 4 requests in a row from them. Because I did. I told them to buzz off quite a few times. But apparently not. That's a little strange. It's weird that it uses, like, even when you mouse over this, it uses favor to represent all of your modifiers, but then the diplomatic status is completely independent from that. A strange thing. Okay, where did that unit appear? Hold on, we'll get there. I'm not going to bother priming anything here. We do have our emergency redeploy ready. I'm not going to use it right this second. We have a slightly better chance of... Okay, it appeared in this guy's army, in Calliope's army. I think what we do is we have you turn around. Do we... I mean, it's important that we keep moving forward. Twisting Sands is not, like, totally critical. Keeping the functioning... The city center is way more important than these little outcroppings, so we can take them back later. And I'm a little worried that if we don't come back here and defend... Honestly, I'm a little worried that no matter what we do, the Psyfish are going to keep spawning like 2 armies worth of units every couple of turns until we wipe them out, which would be a real problem for us right now because we really don't have the time for that. Does this city have, it is impossible to select the, let me select my city, there we go. Okay, this city does have defensive towers. Yeah, we have basic defense turrets, we have a little bit of infrastructure. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna have these guys. Oh hey, golems are actually hovering. They can totally join the all-flying army without screwing anything up. And then you're out of movement, so we could potentially... We could highlight all of the units that are not this guy and attack. And we'd get to involve our colony militia, maybe. You know what? I don't think they do participate in aggressive, offensive battles, though, do they? Probably we should just wait. Let's just chill. You guys, on the other hand, have to keep heading toward the capital. Or do we head toward Fernzer 8? They don't have a ton of stuff to... I mean, they have these 2 armies down here. These 2 players are not actually at war, right? Secto and Aya, they hate each other, but I don't think they're... Oh no, they are properly at war. So we can hope that there's actually going to be some fighting over here. I think we kind of have to. I think if Aya leaves Secto alone and Secto is able to focus his full force on us, we're dead no matter what. So playing defense against these armies probably doesn't help us that much. We need to keep moving. Alright, I suspect Asenath is going to be on Generation of Energy for some time. Down here, though, we probably need to be making units if we can. We've been having really good experiences with these Vorpal snipers. Maybe it would be nice to have an extra Vorpal sniper. And we have some basic military infrastructure tech here. Our colony militia is 800 power with turrets. I'm debating whether I'd rather just build infrastructure and save the Cosmite. I think this is the right thing to do. Vorpal snipers are, so far, one of our better and more effective units. We could Voidstorm Calmwood once these guys are in that region, in the hopes of just like severely weakening everybody and making it so they kill more of each other during the battle. Man, there's a lot of units over here. I think we'll hold off for the moment. Alright, our listening stations, our monitoring stations rather, are getting disrupted. Secto wouldn't dare fight someone who's not the player. Which means that probably these armies are going to end up heading north instead of going to fight him. Nicole insulted you. We're at war. Why would I care about that? Oh no, hold on. Nicole Crestus is a different... This is a new player. This is a new faction. You see that they did that thing again where they split this 3-unit army into 2 pieces only to reunite it later that same move. We know your kind, criminal scum. Okay, we've not had a great reputation amongst humans, so I get why she's upset. Hey, listen, we could all just be friends here, don't you think? I'm gonna pronounce that you're my buddy. I do not have 10 influence. Okay, well, we're not gonna be able to do anything with Nicole for a couple of turns then. The Autonome would love it if I would destroy these units. I extremely do not have time for that. A new hero with a cool lightning sword? Probably not your moment there, friend. So do we pursue them as they run, or, like... Can we see what their relationship is with everybody else? Okay, they're at war with literally every player. So, maybe they're going to go fight Orange, although my guess is they're probably going to just veer off the same way Secto's units did. Because whatever logic that Secto's units used to determine that this was a bad idea they're all AI. They're going to use the same logic, right? I guess let's not worry about that right now. Hold on. Let's do the part of this that we know we want to do. Moving down to visit the heavy weapons factory probably disconnects the armies slightly. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. I was going to say, but it's probably worth it anyway, but apparently it's not even an issue. Well, what do we want to do with these armies? Do we want to... They have armies right there. Like, if we move these two armies over here, they'll just get murdered, right? If we move them off the city, or off Skypiercer Peaks, we'll just lose Skypiercer Peaks. So I'm just going to go visit the heavy weapons factory. Oh, that's right. You don't all get the buff. Well, the big army has the buff. That's the important thing. Asenath is definitely still on energy production since we're negative now. Alright, I don't care about Nicole insulting me. I still don't think we're quite at the point of using any of that stuff. If both of these armies were inside this region, it might be a good enough reason to Voidstorm over there. And you know, we have all this happiness, like... It's important to remember that for some parts of our empire, things are still just ticking along. And I mean, like, our research is still good. We're still getting new science, still new technologies and stuff. Alright, these orange units are backing away from the front, which hopefully will lead the Psyfish to think that this is a good time to just rush forward and attack. Especially since we are now a little bit better defended. So I would just love to have fewer enemies on my border, that's all. Okay, relations with the Autonom have declined. Mirror Tree Grove was taken. Is that... That might be this. Okay. Psyfish are doing stuff over here. That's probably good for us. Don't really have time to care about that. If we had some more like resources and we could actually negotiate with them, it would be more interesting. Secta, apparently this area is still considered mine. We're getting a lot of notifications about people moving around over there in a way that I can't like do anything about. Enemy diplomats have been discovered poisoning the minds of our ally, and our relations with that ally have soured because of this. Okay. Nicole Crustus is screwing with the Autonom. That makes sense, because I'm clearly winning, right? I'm definitely not the person who is in the worst position, so why wouldn't they be spending resources messing with me? Okay, can we... Let's get up here and reclaim some stuff. That's neutral. I'm not 100% clear on the situations. So, like, where's an example? Okay. Like, sometimes we get vision of enemy armies in the dark. Like, we just know. We get that, like, that red indicator. But we don't always, and I'm not 100% clear on how that mechanic works. So I'm not certain whether or not I should expect to actually see a lot of armed resistance over here. We did research some new stuff. Let's see. Strategic operation, reprocess one of your colonists to temporarily boost production facilities. That's interesting. I mean, a 3-turn long 50% industry increase is actually pretty significant. Maybe we need to learn how to reprocess people? Sure, it sounds monstrous, but but it is, so that's why. That's why it sounds like that. Well, it kind of looks like maybe the Psyfish are distracted. I'm debating having Calliope just run over and try to grab Twisting Sands back. This city's not super well defended at the moment either, although I don't know. There were those two armies. We don't know where they went. Green and orange have a pretty large shared border, and you can see stuff is changing color. So maybe all of their armies have been drawn south by that conflict. I'm gonna have dude head out along the road. 24 movement on the slowest of them. So if we assume that each tile costs 4 to move into because of their flying movement type, there's still a threat here. I think I'm going to leave this army in place, because I think we might have to. And we really need the capital back. The capital was a very important producer for us. It's alright, we're working on it. We get the capital back, it suddenly becomes... Okay, so there is an army right there. But just one. And we don't know what the defensive force at Lavix looks like now. They could have made some serious upgrades. Okay, we got that done. What's next? We just need general fighting ability type stuff. There's certainly something to be said for just getting new mods for our existing units. Removes all negative status effects from all friendly cyborg units. A remote system purge does seem pretty powerful, especially given how powerful status effects are in this game, because they're really very silly. I still don't have time for you, although hey, we are producing some energy as long as I keep this city not building anything. So this is a single barrager and one of those leaping pustules, which is just maybe one of the grossest pairs of words in the English language. I think I'm going to just have him end the turn... Let's have him end the turn just on my side of the border. Because there are those domain invasion notifications. I don't know how the AI is programmed to respond to your units, but I'm wondering if they take it way more seriously if I'm in this space, because it would have issued a notification than they would take it with me being just inside my own territory. Basically, I don't want them to respond at all if possible. We have some ops ready to launch. I mean, do we wanna mess with people? I'm a little worried about... It's possible I'm being too precious with these, but they're not trivial for us to produce more of, is the thing. With our resources the way they are at the moment. So I think I'm just gonna hold off on them. I do not necessarily think that this army is in a position to attack that one. Their army has like 500 more abstract power units than mine does. So we're free to move, I think. I think the Psyfish are far enough away that they're not going to just run over here and take this anymore, but we'll head out toward Twisting Sands. And also, I don't know if there's a way to... I don't know if there's a way to make that, like, not ask me for new stuff every turn. Obviously, in most situations, it's not ideal to have your city just sit and generate energy, but we do sort of need it right now. Actually, we probably need more than one city doing it. But I also really, really want to reinforce the front. Let's see how Secto responds to this. We're taking his stuff, we're invading his territory. We're invading our own territory. I am really glad to see that the AI is like putting up an actual fight. I was a little worried after those campaign missions, because, boy, it sure doesn't seem like they were trying at all in those, huh? And he is moving stuff up from the south here. Units with low morale? Oh, I don't know, all of them. Why are all my units... Why are my morale bad? Why are my morale bad? Okay, I mean, it's good to know that it is low. Can I maybe get an indication of what they're upset about? Insufficient funds. I'm out of money. I'm out of energy dollars. Because we got siphoned. Okay, that's bad. Okay, does that immediately fix it? Yep, it totally does. It just needs to not be both 0 and negative income. Okay, so let's reclaim this, and... we get anything for stopping here? No, we do not. It looks like we could just attack this turn. Oh, except that this army can't get adjacent. They have a hero. Alright, well, move up as far as you can, I guess. Do I want to go all the way as far as I can? I think I want to stop here. My thinking there is just that I'm not 100% certain that... Oh, this guy is alone, though. You can't participate, but this is maybe our moment to strike. This is a single, lonely guy, and we're not getting a mouse over for garrison strength. The city is not theirs yet. Let's just run up on this dude. It is a safe battle, and I'm going to trust that. Okay. So I think it's doing more than just, like... because we've seen safe battles with a similar power disparity in the past, where we took no damage at all, or even gained health. Here, we lost health on units because the thing that we were fighting was stronger, and should have dealt some damage. So it's clearly not just comparing the army strengths, right? Whatever math it's doing on the back end, it is a little bit more complicated than that. That's an important thing to understand. And now we have energy income, and I am definitely going to have the city not produce anything for a turn here, just so, well, you know what? We're positive even with the city working. Could we have the city, like, build some defenses real fast? I think that might be a good idea. Get me the most basic defense turrets. Sorry, you know what? Request another hero. That guy's cool looking and everything, but maybe we could get a hero who owns, like, a gun? Oh, they do have units here. I was expecting this to just be a walk-in-and-take-it thing, you know, like the other ones have been. I wonder why this... Oh, maybe because they were able to connect this to a city right away? So this is definitely more dangerous. It's listed as a low-risk battle, but I could see this actually really not working out for me. I'm gonna auto-combat? Okay. Yeah, so it must be that they were able to make this part of their city right away, part of their colony right away, and so they were able to use that colony's defenses. I think we just fall all the way back. There's no reason for me to sit here. So is it safe for me to actually build stuff now? Well, I guess there's not really anything here I would build anyway. We finished some colony infrastructure, so better roads and more cosmite. The ability to build a thing that gives us more cosmite, because it turns out we are going to need it. We have definitely been disrupted a little bit here. So I'm wondering, like, what else can we do now? We should have a look at our doctrines, actually, because we no longer need the science doctrine quite so badly. We might want to focus on driving up our operational prowess, right? So that our strategic operations can actually be fired, or our covert operations, rather, can actually be fired against other players, because as it stands right now, we don't have the ability to siphon energy or anything, and that hurts. It does suck. What does the insurrection program do? It spawns an army of of the selected friendly faction to attack the target player. Not usable if no friendly factions are known. And this damages the relationship between the target player and one of the local factions. This is what we saw done to us. I think I'm just going to take Operation Effectiveness. Now let's have a look at our doctrines. Yeah, Operation Window. So right now we're running AI Factory Overseers, which I like a lot, actually. It's giving us a ton of really good stuff. Battlefield Autopsies is less important now. Echo Protocols just seems great. If we were going to replace Battlefield Autopsies, what would we replace it with? Extra sensor and vision range, honestly, might be pretty good. The enemy units move very quickly, so we're not going to be able to make any changes right this second, but we should have a plan. Colony structures are cheaper to build. More opinion with other players. And we have some war stuff, right? Extra morale in battle against independent units definitely has its uses, but I don't think it's the play right now. Tactical operations are better and more effective. The Warmonger might be the one. Yeah, we might want to replace Battlefield Autopsies with the Warmonger. So we're going to be fighting a lot of other player units, like, soon. In the very near future. Alright, so we'll have to wipe out the militia here, but it should be completely trivial to do so. And you should probably head up north. I'm a little worried that these guys are going to be able to make the run over here. I'm not too worried about them by themselves, but these two armies could come and help out because, man, Secto's armies sure are fast. You are totally still doing the right thing, although we're going to have to build up some more defenses over here now that we have another player who hates us right on the edge of our border. We do have enough influence to complement her now, so I think I'm going to. It'd be really cool if we could not get into a third war. I mean, she's not going to go for this, right? Yeah. My paltry trade offer. Now listen, I just thought that you had a really cool haircut. I love how you love the Autonoms so much that you're trying to destroy my relations with them. You speak with honeyed words, but are your intentions just as sweet? Listen, don't eat anything that comes out of a member of the Assembly. That would be my advice to you. For the moment, we're recovering a little bit. Okay, so this is a food sector. I was thinking about dropping my my storm right here and catching those units. But let's see where they go, because we definitely want to soften them up if they're approaching us. We do not really have a force sufficient to fight all of them. Guess we'll see what happens here. It is weird that they would move in on our capital with such a huge army and then immediately move all of those units away. This is bad. This thing where the army banners go underneath the city banners, like, this should never happen. I should be able to at a glance the number of units in that army. Those are probably all Secto, so they're coming back. Hooray for happiness. This is going to be tough. It is going to be very difficult for us to hold anything over here. Alright. We are close to building one of the towers is actually finishing. We managed to hold on to one of them. So that's a huge number of units headed for the capital at, like, maximum speed. The capital has a pretty significant army. And almost 2 full armies of defenders. So maybe we can hold out? We could try running over here and killing some of their... Like, they're clearly gathering units up around us. Maybe we could make a move on them. Ooh, oh no, okay. I was going to say, look at how bummed out their units are, but no, that's when you click on an enemy army, that face doesn't mean quite the same thing. Yeah, I mean, do I want to try that? Take a colony from them, bust up some of their reinforcements. My big concern, obviously, is getting caught with my pants down, but now that we have the capital again, we do have that emergency redeploy, and we know where it goes. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for this. We're going to try to knock them out. Colony militia's basically nothing. I feel comfortable sending both the armies in this direction, because we can very easily just turn them around. And I know that these dudes are fast, way faster than I was expecting, but there's no way they get from here to the capital in a single move, right? Alright, even more new researches. So better units are going to be blocked a little bit by Cosmite, right? Because advanced units cost Cosmite to build base, and then also you got to outfit them with mods. I don't know how advanced that you have to get before they start costing Cosmite base, but definitely a thing we need to worry about. Temporal dislocation. Resurrect target friendly dead non-flying unit with full health at the cost of only 7 tactical operation points. Man, how do you... We need way more tactical operation points. That's what I'm learning. Well, there's got to be something cool and powerful. Universal camouflage on the world map and the evasion defense mode. I think that's what the Echo Walkers have. And then in addition, 40% harder to hit with Overwatch. That's actually pretty cool. Sure, pick me up some of this combat research that we had skipped over until now. We have the resources necessary to prime a thing if we want to prime a thing. We might actually want to prime ourselves up a reprocess colonist. Having Phase Echo Guard running just costs us 16 energy per turn, and it makes it way more likely we'll be able to defend somewhere. I think we should probably have a Phase Echo Guard on the capital. At the very least on the capital, maybe in more than one place. You guys are basically exactly where you need to be. Hey, we need more units down here. We haven't really had the ability to build more units, but things are leveling out. Maybe we will be able to soon. We're certainly not dead yet. Alright, you probably do have to make sure that you're going to be okay. We probably need to build some actual military units over here. As much as I hate the idea of doing that, because of course our energy supplies are in pretty bad spot. You know what? Let's upgrade our nearby energy sector. Let's keep working on that energy income. At this point in the game, energy is probably like our most important resource. No, Cosmite's still the most important, but energy's way more important than it used to be, certainly. Alright, the Phase Echo Guard are ready. Let's see what these guys do. Also, I will say, this might be a thing that I could fix in the options menu somewhere. It is a little bit of a bummer that, like, it just says opponents are moving. And then, like, I would love it if it would snap my vision over to where enemy units are moving within my vision, since they do all go one at a time. Since the thing is actually turn-based and everything. This was taken... How are we doing with her? This, I don't... Like, why is the game telling me my opinion of Nicole? I guess what it's trying to do is summarize some factors, right? But, like, I'll tell you what my opinion of Nicole is, thank you. Out of curiosity, any kind of feelings on one of these? She will not tell us what she would want, it looks like. I mean, we can just be friends with these guys for a while, I guess. I would love to fix our relationship, but it's a thing that's going to take time and effort, and we don't have the resources for effort at this moment. That's a pretty cool bike. I can't imagine we're gonna... Well, maybe next turn we will actually... How much were you? 300, so it's gonna be very expensive. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna bother with that. Alright, my army power is such that this should be totally trivial. Okay. Gotten rid of some, no doubt, some recruits that were intended to be a problem for the capital. This colony awaits its fate. I was gonna say, clicking on that should definitely take me to the place. I am inclined to just raise it. The thing is, I don't think we'll be able to defend it. I don't want them to just take it back. If we raise it, we will get a serious penalty to race relations with the race of the colony, which is going to make Nicole Crustus hate us even more. And again, maybe we can't afford to piss her off anymore? I guess let's try to absorb it. I don't know. We're not going to be able to hold it, but we gotta do something. And then I am definitely going to launch Phase Echo Guard on the capital. Alright, they are prepared. They are ready to fight. And then we should probably prime another copy of that operation, right? Yeah, I think that's worth doing. Because we could have that here and also in Fernzer 8. I think that would be a good idea. The Autonom wants something from us, and I think we probably ought to do it. Yeah, okay. They'll give us a golem and stuff. It's only 2 turns worth of research at our current rate. That's fine. Relationship with the Kirko falling on account of all the war. Well, that's not a big surprise. So they're clearly massing up to attack us. Okay, it's a 6 and a 4. Let's just have you fall back to the capital. Be ready to play defense. Oh, there's an electrical blaster here on the ground. Sure, take that to the arsenal. It might move forward and take Stormnado Solar Park. We have a strong enough militia that we might be able to kill a thing or two. You're completely out of move. Yeah, about half of your units. Well, I guess that's just going to have to be what it's going to be. How expensive was the emergency redeploy? Okay, so it'd be 120 energy to prep another one. We're not going to use it yet. I'm going to hope that we are not going to have to pay for it again. Okay, hey Secto. You just lost a bunch of territory. Is there any chance that you're getting tired of this war? You know, who knows? Maybe the other war is going hard for him, and he'd like to have a distraction. He'd like to stop being distracted. Nope, he's still not down. A truce with you does not align with my plans is maybe the most threatening sentence in the English language. Well, alright. I'm disappointed, but okay. How are we going to hold? I mean, when this other operation is prepped, that will certainly help. Thankfully, we haven't had to worry too much about Orange here. Actually, we should go talk to her. Let's see if she feels any better about it. Secto likes us more than she does. We're having a real hard time with Vanguard. How about you? Are you in a place where you would like a truce? You like a cessation of pressures? Oh, interesting. We can demand that she overcome her dislikes. Okay, I didn't figure. I was just hoping that maybe they were in so much distress from everything else that was happening that they might have feelings about that. They want 49 of my energy. I really don't have a lot of energy. That said, reputation with these guys... You know what? Give me a quest instead. Kill some dudes who are all the way over there? That's just like... That's extremely inconvenient, actually. Okay, what do we want to do here? Kind of think we do want to just make energy for a moment. We need to rebuild our energy supply. Alright, and over here we successfully built the thing. We might want to build some military infrastructure here as well, but I think I'm just going to make energy for the same reason. So now, hold on, now that we have this Doomsday Tower, does it do anything at all? It's not even on my list of colony structures. That's weird. So it... Hold on, let's go and look at the Doomsday thing. Because I'm wondering if... the singularity... Here we go. Dimensional Cascade. Requires Instability Rift level 3. So I'm wondering if the earlier levels of Instability Rift actually do anything? Do we have access to an operation? No, it sure doesn't look like it. Yeah, maybe the towers individually don't do anything. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's a shame that it doesn't do anything, though. I could really use a little bit of a push here. Each additional tower you build increases the level of the weapon. Yeah, okay, but it doesn't give us any individual capabilities. It's not going to, like, shoot lightning at our enemies or anything. Okay, fine. Then I guess we're good. Let's see what all of these Kirko on our border are up to. Sounds like there's combat going on down here somewhere. Oh. People are... Jesus. Okay, that's really a lot of units. It's true, I have started development of an apocalyptic weapon. Would you believe that it's self-defense? It's a self-defense apocalypse. Nicole warned you. Yeah, we're just, I think, not powerful enough to treat people the way we have treated people so far. You know? Oh, man, are you kidding me? He is one tile away from being able to participate in this fight in multiple different directions, or in multiple different spots. Well, we can at least have him come forward so that he'll be able to play defense. Could I accelerate him or anything? I don't have any operations prepped for that. If we had enough, like, operation points just sitting around, we could maybe do a... because we totally do have an operation for this. No, it's not that. There's one somewhere. Maybe we don't have it, but we definitely at least saw one that speeds your guys up. Dimensional Rift. Okay. This effect increases its strength as you build more dimensional amplifiers. Okay, so this is what our Doomsday towers do for us before they win us the game. The Dimensional Rift applies civil unrest to the colony if the operation fails, or if the operation succeeds, just siphons a lot of energy. Like, a lot of energy. At level 2, it also gives us quite a bit of bonus damage. Non-Void Tech player units have an 8 strength chance to be randomly teleported up to 2 hexes away each turn in combat. Again, not actually sure that that's beneficial to me. Especially given how tight some of the ranges for my units are. If people got teleported away from my melee attacks, I would be very annoyed. Alright, where can you get to? You can make it over to the mountains. So I guess that's what we'll do. Okay. We're ready to fight if we have to, but boy, it would be cool not to have to. How am I finishing research? I thought we were researching free will doctrines. I guess it's only taking up one of the slots, though. That is a non-military research. I do not have time to mess with your sectors, I don't think. You know what? Actually, Runner's Firth. What is Runner's Firth good for? I mean, it has a little bit of everything, I guess. Let's develop it as an energy sector then, because we desperately need more energy. Alright, these guys have not moved at all. They are too powerful for us to just run over there and attack them, unfortunately. So they're going to build up and there's nothing we can do about it. And over here we're having another build-up. The thing that would be really great for us is if these dudes and if these guys down here and these guys over here would fight, and then we could just try to like pick off the winner after they're weakened. This might be a good time to use our storm, actually. Just like soften up all of these units and make them think twice about running out here. So it'll screw up the energy income and the happiness of this colony. It will also mess with all the units in here. Alright, how is this launched? Target in any sector. Oh, right. Success chance too low in enemy sectors because they have defenses. Well, never mind then. We really need to upgrade our operational strength. So do we keep these guys over here? I guess the actual city over here is still pretty well defended, and they're pretty far away. For now, let's just stay there, I guess. So you're good. You guys are good. This charges an arc blast on a single enemy unit, dealing 9 damage with high impact, which means it staggers, and then it can jump a little bit. 2 units within 3 hexes of each other. That's okay. Arc Manifold strikes at the start of each enemy turn for 5 turns, dealing 8 arc damage and potentially electrifying people. That's interesting. The fact that we can't control the targeting does make it a little bit less interesting. Arc Retaliation Defense gives the unit arc resistance, and I'm not too worried about arc resistance. A little bit of shielding. Yeah, our enemies are not really using arc weapons. We have a lot of just like impact weaponry. You know, guns with bullets in them. Unfortunately, we probably don't have a lot of specialized defenses for that. Allows attacks from the arc weapon to gain an extra impact level, allowing them to stagger enemy units. That's really cool, except that it costs 10 Cosmite, and we really can't afford to spend Cosmite on units any more than we absolutely must at this point. Disassemblers, huh? Gatling gun, disassembler shot. It's a heavy flying cyborg unit with a lot of base health. You know what? Sure, research me one of those. We haven't built any actual military units in quite some time, and we may not be able to anytime soon, but we should at least have them researched. Okay, as much as I would love to continue working on our defenses, we kind of have to build the Cosmite chambers. It's not where I want to be, but... And then once we have better Cosmite growth, we're more able to build, more able to pump out military units. We should probably, speaking of pumping out military units, be doing a little bit of that down here right now. I would love to be spending this Cosmite on Doomsday Towers, but at the moment we need defenses. Renzer could probably also be producing units. Good sniper design requires just a little bit too much Cosmite. We could make something basic though, just to have more bodies. Yeah, let's maybe make some normal. Let's see, what do we need over here? We could use something that can hold the ground. Maybe some normal scavengers. Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't put 2 in the queue. We should have some energy for the battle that might happen up near the capital. Try to make sure that I'm in a place to do some tactical operations should some tactics need operating. Operationalizing? You know what I mean. Okay, AS Sashimoto is apparently just totally kicking ass and maybe going to win before I even have a chance to lose. Oh dear. Okay, some kind of something's happening over here. Hey, Secto, I need you to stop looking at me and start focusing, man. Okay, should we sell the golem for 142 energy? The golem and the extra production. Probably not. We should take this reward because we need to. We need the production, right? We got to get stuff done in the capital. All right, they did not attack me. They just disengaged. I'm not even sure where they went. Let's hold on. Let's process these one at a time. That's a real problem. Secto is shouting at me, but this is maybe not the time for him to be focused on me. We definitely can't recruit this hero right now. We did produce a scavenger. A happiness event giving us energy is extremely welcome. Relations have improved with the Autonom, also good. And you are still shouting at me. I wonder if there's a way that we could, see. Oh, she was friends with Sina. That's not great for us. I wonder if there's a way that we could see sort of like what's going on inside of her little AI brain. Mostly what I'm curious about is how she's reacting to Aya. I know they're the same racial group, which I think probably gives them a diplomatic bonus, but we've received a couple of notifications now about how Aya is approaching a victory condition, and you got to imagine that's factoring into things, right? Let's get over here and merge this golem into this army. You guys can just withdraw. We probably need to start moving some of these guys southward, right? To be in a position where we could actually fight down here if we had to. But Secto has so many units. It's really hard to feel safe. I guess for right now, let's just make sure the capital doesn't go anywhere. What did it cost to start building one of those Cosmite towers again? 50. 50 is a lot. And sadly, we did not get a refund when we lost the one we were building. Well, for right now, they're not moving in on us. Maybe we do need to start moving armies south, not out of fear of Secto trying to push our southern border, but because we desperately need to do something about Aya. Let's see. Who stays behind? Probably Claudius, right? It's going to be dangerous down there. Also, Cullen has the Scorcher rifle, which is, like, pretty powerful. Yeah, let's have Cullen move out. Also, apparently Mayor Grove, I need to recapture that. We gotta do something about that. So he'll grab that on the way down. Where's the scavenger? The scavenger needs to join the army. It's hard to tell whether they're headed toward me or toward Secto. Hoping they're headed toward Secto. I think I'm going to just make another basic scavenger here. We now have the Cosmite to build more fancy stuff, but I don't think I want to. We actually have enough energy that we don't have to be afraid of getting caught with our pants down. Operations-wise. Yeah, alright. I think that we are in a terrible position. I think it's less grim than it was at the beginning of the episode, but I'm very worried about Aya just claiming enough territory over here to win. I don't know exactly... So hold on, let's go look at the victory conditions again. That's a conquest victory? No, that's conquest is this. Domination is get enough territory. Okay. So it captures a large part of the planet as their domain. So we're not really getting any specific information here. We do not know how many sectors she needs to control. It's possible that there's a victory readout somewhere. Template manager. Maybe not. This is something I can go look up. But we're going to have to keep a pretty close eye on her, and as much as I don't want to devote... Like, any amount of my forces fighting her forces down here just makes it more likely that Secto's going to end up owning the whole area, right? So I'd really like to not engage with her at all. Just make it clear to her that my territory is off limits, and have her and Secto fight, so that I can be the one who ends up in control of everything. But I guess we'll see how it works out. that is going to be where we call it for now, though. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time, soon, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, to see how this whole thing works out. I suspect we're actually pretty close to the end of this game. And we'll see you then.